Today is April 17th, and I'm going to be doing our first tray of small cell seedlings. I'm going to do some nasturtium, some cucumber, maybe some of this pumpkin, some zucchini, all in here. And the hope is to sprout them to plant either in my garden here or out at the farm. So now we're going to put this tray of seeds on the heating mat in here and hope that they germinate. We are waiting for these guys up here to germinate as well. And they've been in here for a few days now. This morning I'm going through the eggplants. They're looking pretty good. And I'm just doing some pruning because some of the bottom leaves are dying off. And we do have some of them that are already putting out little like flower buds right here. So these we want to cut off right now because I want them to keep focusing on making roots. But this is what the flower would end up looking like. So some of them are already flowering in here, and this is what would end up creating an eggplant. So these are doing really, really well, even though they're not looking the best. They will do really great once they go in the ground in about a month. Happy Easter Sunday. It's a beautiful April 20th. I'm going to quickly take you out to the front yard while my husband puts this gazebo cover back on. And I'm going to show you all the spring Easter flowers that are growing. After I let this little nugget in the house. You want to go back in the house? You don't like what he's doing, do you? No, you're a sensitive nugget. That's right. You're a good girl. He did it. It's up. That means summer is near. Also, very exciting. I've got a new tool for the garden I'm going to try out today. Somebody bought this for me. Thank you very much for the gift. Let me unbox this. It's kind of dangerous. Does it count as an unboxing if it's all in just plastic? Anyway, here it is. It's like a little kind of guy. Just gonna cover up Ben's butt crack with this garden tool. This is a Hori knife. It's really great for digging weeds out of here. And there are a lot of weeds in here, as you can see, underneath the apple tree and around the pond. And I have some plants that I want to plant in there. Some flowers. And yeah, this is a really great tool for getting weeds out. So we're going to use this one and the other one today to deal with this. Very exciting. We're taking this out of the greenhouse. All the cold season crops in here are feeling the heat of the greenhouse during the day, so we're gonna roll her out to the yard. Stand by. And she's out. Even if we have a colder night, if it gets down to 0 Celsius or there's a risk of frost, these things will do fine because these are cold season crops. Kale and spinach and Swiss chard. That's what it is. It's been a few days. Ben did a really great job on weeding this part, and he cut the grass today. It's a beautiful sunny day. I probably should be wearing a sunscreen, even though it's still spring. I'm going to weed this garden today. As you can see, there's some This stuff is so sticky. It like has little barbs on it. It just sticks to your skin. This guy is I think it's a tulip. It's a weird bulb, but he's staying. Everything else has to go. I don't have confidence that this blueberry bush is coming back. It's looking kind of rough. And yeah, some dandelions over here that it looks like the bees are really enjoying. And my succulents are coming back. I had a really hard time growing here last year, so I just threw in some hens and chicks because I had them. And we're going to be doing more of that because I also have tons of hens and chicks in here that need to be separated. They're just so dense. So I think I'm just going to fill that area up, take the little gate off of here because it doesn't matter if the dogs get in here at this point. And yeah, speaking of the dogs, I got to go deal with that. We're partying because it's really nice outside, so we got the music going. Not us, the neighborhood. But we got a marigold in there that I started from seed in the house. I put this little gate because there's some neighbor dogs that my dogs are interested in, and it's just like they need to stay out of this area. So hopefully the gate deters them. We planted marigold, snapdragon, marigold, ooh, pink mallow musk, marigold, snapdragon, marigold, evening primrose, marigold, calendula, lace leaf there. It'll be a nice yellow flower. Can't remember what these two guys are. There's some basil there, and there's a lupin there. These guys are zinnias. I'm gonna throw some seeds in here too, zinnia seeds. And this is a purple iris. I'm having a hard time figuring out what survives over here. I removed the irrigation that was all in here because it wasn't working. And I did as much weeding as I could. But there are just tons of like wild, non-planted sedum in here. They need to be kind of stuck down a little bit better. I'm gonna come in here. It is a good time to trim up lavender. You can kind of see where the green, it's like kind of getting more green, less kind of muted of a color. That's so you can tell it's growing back. So I'm just gonna come over here and I'm gonna kind of cut them into more bush shape. And I went ahead and removed the rest of these panels from this bed. And I'm gonna put in, I haven't decided whether I'm just gonna do the eggplants right away or the tomatoes. I think the tomatoes have a better chance of surviving. But I don't know. We'll see. If you're a gardener in Zone 6B, you might be screaming at me right now, being like, it's like a month too early. And I agree, it's a little bit early, but these eggplant are suffering in the house. So they're either gonna die in the house or they're gonna die in the yard. I'd rather them die in the yard and see what happens. Right now, I'm gonna go and plant these Swiss chard that sprouted in the middle parts of the eggplant bed. If you wanted a quick update on the plants in the house, the water heater in my house is currently not working, so this room kind of got dumped on with stuff. Please don't judge me. I had to take it all out of a closet for the guy to be able to come and deal with the water heater, and that's still not getting fixed until tomorrow or the next day. So tomatoes in there need to be watered. These guys that I separated are doing good. My peppers, we really don't want to talk about. They're my embarrassing thing this year. I don't know what happened. I did start a new tray of peppers, but it's kind of late for that. Whatever. And then this is what I was saying about the eggplants. If they're not watered every other day, they're pretty much dying. So I don't mind putting some of them out in the yard. I don't really have enough space for these anyway. So we'll just plant them and see what happens. If the ones outside end up dying within the next 2 weeks and we don't make it to last frost, then I will just plant these ones. Problem solved. Look, this guy is already sad and droopy. He's not making a comeback. As for in here, These have sprouted. So I did a tray of, these are hollyhock. We're trying that again. It says to direct sow them in the ground, but I said, no, I will do it this way instead. And then these guys have started to come up. They're just some spices and some flowers. My husband's apple tree project is still a project. He's got a lot of them. They're kind of everywhere. The kale, doing great. My chamomile that I brought out here a very long time ago, and we've had some cold lows at night, totally doing fine. Same with all of this. Look at how big the kale has gotten. This was the tray we planted with some zucchini and some cucumber. I don't know what my plan was for this. Never know what my plan is. And then here you can see we got some beautiful bush beefsteak tomatoes and rainbow beefsteak. I already planted one of them out in the garden to see how it'll do. Swiss chard, peas, and then tomatoes over there. Those ones I was potting some up and I didn't have room for them. So I said, screw it, just put them in the greenhouse, plant them in there, see what happens. So that is where we're at currently. My life is a mess. And we're gonna end today's video on that.